Hello, I'm Stuart Douch and I am the author of 1066, The Battle of Hastings, the graphic novel. I love bright colours and I love comic books. Comic books taught me how to draw. My granddad used to buy me comic books from a newsagent and I used to copy the drawings, and this is what has taught me how to make books like this. They're a fantastic way to learn, not just how to learn art, but how to read stories and how to learn information too. And I'm combining all of those things to teach you all about 1066 and the Battle of Hastings. A lot of people ask me, what inspired you to create a comic book on this event? And the answer is something that I did for my job, because I am a teacher. I've been a teacher for 24 years. In fact, I used to be a head teacher for 10 years. And I made this for a history class that I was teaching. And as you can see, it says the Battle of Hastings at the top. Who do I think is going to most enjoy this book? I think you will love this book if, like me, you love history and you love a good story. If you are at school and you're in Key Stage 2 and you're learning about 1066, the Anglo-Saxons and the Norman Conquest, if you're doing GCSE or A-level and you're learning about the Norman Conquest too, this is the book for you. And one of the best things about a good story is a story that tells you who's in it from the very start. You can see I've got this page with the faces, the names of all of the people involved. And I love stories where I really feel like I've got a connection with people. And when you can see their faces, you've got a fantastic connection. If you love languages, at the back of my book, there's a glossary. Not only does it tell you what all of these things are, but it also tells you some of their old language names, and you can pronounce them properly in Anglo-Saxon, Norman French, Viking, and Latin. The history books that I learned from were dull, and they did have a lot of words in. It was hard for me to remember a lot of those facts. This will help you remember those facts. So I like understanding how one thing leads to another. And if you can do that in a comic book where you can really see what's going on and it feels like you're watching a film unfold in front of your eyes, then for me, that is an awesome way to learn. We all know the date. We can all remember the date, 1066, but do we really know what happened there? We'd have to get in a time machine and travel back to know exactly what went on. But through my research, I've found out some amazing facts, and I've included them, including, did Harold really get killed by an arrow in the eye? And there's a page here which takes you on a journey into the truth of whether he did or didn't. I think every child should know about 1066 because it's a huge moment of change. It's a time when language changes, when the Anglo-Saxon Old English that was spoken in this country changes to Norman French, but entirely different, with entirely different customs, different ways of preparing food, different ways of living life. And some of my book started out on paper, with my coloured pens that you can see behind me, which I've used to get some ideas and then recreate on my iPad, like in this panel here. Whether you're someone who just loves history, or whether you are a young person who needs to learn about this period and this battle, I hope that you enjoy reading it as much as I've enjoyed creating it for you.